Hey y'all, good morning. Prophet Lisa here. Today I would like to address the issue of porn. It's a serious issue in our society. And when I was in college, I was in a private Christian college. And all the girls there wanted to be asked out by the guys. But the guys were too busy watching porn and pleasuring themselves, so they didn't need a girlfriend. Christian college, all these great Christian men from rich families probably, but they didn't ask any of the girls out because they had porn. So this has been an issue for me now since I was 18, all these guys out there, great guys, but they don't need a girlfriend, they don't need a wife because they have porn, and they're satisfied with that. They're like, you know what, I can just watch that, pleasure myself. I don't need an in-person woman. It's annoying. It's very annoying. It's annoying for the women of the world that men don't need us. And then say you get a man and he cheats on you with porn, which is what happened with my ex-husband for 7 years. I asked him at least 10 times if he was looking at porn. He said no. Then finally he confessed to me that he had been watching it, and I was devastated. At first I was just like, okay, thanks for telling me. And then the next day I was like crying, and I was like, was I not freaky enough for you? Because I think that's why guys watch porn, because they want to see like freaky women that do freaky things. And most normal women just want normal intimacy. They don't want to do all that other weird stuff, like threesomes, like anal, like blah, 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 stuff like that, right? So guys get bored, they get tired of normal sex, so they want to watch porn, they want to watch all the freaky stuff. And then they're mad at their woman if she's not willing to do all that stuff. And then eventually they break up because the man is dissatisfied with normal intimacy. Anyways, and I think that was an issue with my ex. I think that he was expecting more from me because, like every man growing up in America, he has watched porn his entire life. And so his expectations were high on what his intimate time would look like, would be like. So now he's probably hoping to find someone who's like all the porn stars, and is like super freaky, but that's not me. Anyways, and I will never compromise my morals to keep a guy. Never, ever, ever would I be freaky. What do I mean by freaky? Like, for example, open to threesomes. I would never in a million years be open to that. But that's so much in our society now, and I know it's in porn. I've watched porn a little bit, and I know that threesomes are a thing in porn, so then guys are like, oh, that's cool, like, I would want to do that. No, I would never in a million years do a threesome, which means that a lot of guys then, therefore, are not interested in me because they want to do weird stuff like that. Which is kind of weird, like, okay, threesomes are a bad idea because there will be extreme jealousy. Say it's 2 women and 1 guy. There will be extreme jealousy between the 2 women. Or if it's 2 guys and 1 woman, I guarantee you that woman feels like she's a piece of meat, like she's objectified, like she's getting raped. It's not a good idea. Nobody should ever, ever engage in a threesome, which I'm pretty sure in the Bible that's referred to as sexual immorality. I think that should be off limits for everybody, no matter who they are, Christian, non-Christian. Nobody should be doing that, and everybody knows in their heart of hearts, like, it's not a good idea. I had a friend that I worked with. She was young, too. She was, like, 15. But I asked her because she was, like, freaky. She had engaged in a threesome, and I was like, what was it like? And she was like, she said she was really jealous of her friend, the other girl. Anyways, it just doesn't work. It's not a good idea. There's going to be extreme jealousy, which maybe the guy likes it if 2 women are fighting over him. No, that's mean. That's mean. Guys, that's mean for you to want 2 women to fight over you. Or women, that's mean for you to want 2 guys to fight over you. No, that's mean. I've done that at various times in my life where I had friends, or I had like 2 guy friends, and I thought that they were fighting over me, and it was kind of funny. But it's mean to do that. There's a quote from a song that I like, Wear Sunscreen. He says, don't be reckless with other people's hearts, and don't put up with people who are reckless with yours. Don't be reckless with other people's hearts. Don't enjoy it when people are fighting over you. That's jacked up. That's selfish. It's mean. It's rude. It's disrespectful. Every man should have one woman, and every woman should have one man. And that is the way that God created it from the beginning. Adam and Eve were created. One man, one woman. There should be no competition. There should be no cause for concern about if someone's faithful, about if, you should only love one person, ideally for your whole life. I mean, obviously the ideal situation, what I want for my son is I want him to get a girlfriend when he's 16, stick with that girl till he's 80 years old, and only see her naked his entire life. That is what is supposed to happen. Everybody should have had that kind of sexual experience. Did everybody? No. That's extremely rare. That's probably like 5% of the population that has that kind of experience. But that's the ideal. That's the ideal, One person for your whole life. And then you never do the comparison thing. You're never like, oh, well, this guy was like that, and that guy was like this, and this woman was like that, and that one, and then I missed this, I missed that, blah, blah, blah. It's not good. It's not good. In my Christian college, there was a talk one time about sex before marriage, and they said, the more sex you have before marriage, you're like a sticky note, and the more you put your sticky note in different places, eventually it loses its stickiness, which means the more you engage in intimacy with multiple people, you don't stick anymore. You don't stick anymore. It's like you can't fall in love, your heart gets hard and callous, you get a black heart, and you can't stick anymore. You can't stick to people because you're just like, I don't know, you lose your respect for humanity, for yourself. You can't really be in a normal relationship, So watch out for that. Tell your kids, tell your family members, give them that analogy. If they struggle with something like that, just be like, eventually you're going to lose your stickiness, and you're not going to be able to have a normal relationship where you're committed and they're committed to you and you're in love with them and they're in love with you and you're their one and only and they're your one and only, Anyways, but porn is the issue. Porn is the issue because people are like having multiple partners through porn visually, so then they expect that in real life, and it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea in porn, and it's not a good idea in real life. So I would just caution y'all, if you watch porn or you know anybody who watches porn, stop. Stop doing it. I know it's an addiction. Some people say it's as strong as a cocaine addiction, but you got to quit. You got to stop because it's really bad for you. And the more that you are hooked on that, the less likely you are to have a normal, loving relationship. It's extremely destructive to people having a normal, loving relationship because their expectations are too high. Men look at the women in porn and they're like, every woman should look like that. Every woman should have a perfectly flat stomach and size double D boobs, but no, most women don't look like that. After kids, no woman has a flat stomach, at least not very many. Katy Perry pulled it off, but most women don't have a flat stomach after they have kids. So all the women in porn haven't had kids. So then every man is like, well, that's what a woman should look like forever. No, that's not like real life, Anyways, all y'all need to quit porn. I know it's an addiction. I know it's strong. I know it's almost as addictive as cocaine, but it's bad. It's evil. It will ruin your chances of having a good, loving relationship. And if someone's forcing you to watch porn, tell them you're not interested. Turn the TV off. Be the leader, not the follower. Be the leader, not the follower. Don't let anybody force you into evil. Don't let anyone force you into evil. I know some couples watch porn because they want to make it more exciting. No, because then you're freaking cheating. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird enough to do it by yourself, but it's extremely weird to do it as a couple. I've always felt if you're not turned on to each other, then you shouldn't. If you're not turned on to each other without porn, then you shouldn't be together. Kind of makes sense, right? Yeah. Why are you with somebody that you're not turned on to? Then don't be with that person, So, anyways, yeah. Either you want someone or you don't. Either you're in love with them or you're not. And if you're not in love, don't be sexual. Right? Love should only be an expression of love. Amen? Love. It should only be an expression of love. Sex is meant to be an expression of love. Nothing else. It's not just for pleasure. A lot of people use it just for pleasure. It's supposed to be an expression of love. Anyways, I really challenge you all, quit the porn. And if you can't, I don't know, see a counselor about it. See a counselor about it. Just like people have counseling over any kind of addiction, people should go to counseling over a porn addiction. And just talk like a pastor, counseling with a pastor, ideally a pastor who's not looking at porn himself. Anyways, that would be really good. I just pray for everybody in America right now that they will go see a pastor and get counseling about any porn addiction that they have that might be keeping them single, or it's keeping them from having a happy marriage. A happy marriage that everybody wants. Everybody wants a happy marriage. But porn keeps you from that. Go talk to a pastor. God loves y'all. God bless. Bye.